Cool. Sweet.
So how are you doing today, Sam?
I'm doing pretty well.
For Friday?
Huh?
For Friday?
Yeah, for Friday. I gotta work a little later, but that's all right. Probably won't be too busy.
What is it you do?
I picked up a bartending gig. It's a Christmas themed pop-up bar,
Oh, okay.
and for some reason it's still going past Christmas. I don't know why, but yeah.
Christmas lights are still up in town here. A lot of people still have their trees up. It's like
Nice. Where are you at?
I'm in Maple Ridge, BC, just
Nice.
a couple hours outside of Vancouver.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've never been to Vancouver, but I heard it's awesome. I've never been where you are either, but
And where are you located?
I'm in Nashville,
Oh, okay.
Tennessee.
So your band name, I understand it has quite the unique backstory. A lot of bands don't have backstories. They just kind of draw a name out of a hat and they kind of go, "Oh, that's a cool name. Let's go with it." Or,
Yeah.
somebody like Van Halen, it happens to be their last name, but you've got kind of a unique backstory. You want to tell everybody what it is?
Yeah, when I was a teenager, I was sent to a faith-based military-style juvenile correctional facility, I guess, facility camp, something like that, some word like that, and it was very military style. Wake you up in the middle of the night to go outside and do physical training and whenever, and they would yell things at you, and one of the things they like to yell a lot is Crumbsnatchers. And I guess it was meant to be some type of demeaning, derogatory thing to I don't know what the purpose was, but it was just such a silly, weird name for them to call us, and I just remembered it and decided to use it as my band name.
Well, it's definitely unique. It definitely kind of sticks out,
Yeah. Some people like it a lot. Some people, when they hear it, they're like, Crumbsnatchers, gross. But that's all right. I like.
Yeah, but you could have BS'd them and said, "Well, yeah, it's Mickey Mouse. He's a crumb snatcher."
That's right. Very
So your music video, you guys seem to have a lot of fun. Like that just I see a lot of music videos over the years. I've been doing this for almost 10 years. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of music videos. A lot of them are just your standard run-of-the-mill cookie cutter music video.
Yeah.
But this one's a lot of fun. Like you guys seem to have a lot of fun making this video, and the couch,
Yeah.
I understand from what I got from Hannah Yandoa behind the curtains media. You had seen that in a pride parade, and so you wanted to get something like that of your own going. And
yeah, I saw it in the in Knoxville, where I used to live. They have an awesome pride parade every year, and it's grown into this huge thing. Like 10 years ago, it was like a small pride parade, and there was more protesters there than there were participants in the parade. But now it's just huge thing that takes over the whole town, and the protesters are kind of drowned out. And a couple years ago, I saw one of the floats was people on this huge couch that was motorized going down the street, and I was like, I want one of those.
And you got one.
I got one. Yeah, I was like, and I kind of had the idea I would love to use that for a music video. Just would be so cool. And so I asked around about, does anybody know about that couch car? And someone's like, yeah, I know who built it, or I know who owns that couch car. And I got that number from that person and called him. And I think this was a year and a half down the road after I saw it at the Pride Parade. And I was like, could I borrow it for a music video? And he said, that couch car is moldy, and I threw it out. Oh. And so it's out of commission, but I'll give you the number of the guy who built it for me. So he gave me that number. I called him. We met up. and he built me the one that's in the music video. Now I have it at my house. I drive it around town all the time.
Do you need a license for it? Or do you just drive it down back alleys?
I drive it down the streets. I did get pulled over one time in it, but fortunately for me, the cop thought it was so cool he didn't want to take any legal action about it. Like, he was just like, "You're not actually pulled over. I just had to stop and see what this was about. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen." And I was like, "Okay." And I had a beer in my hand at the time, and I stuffed it in the cushions behind me. And he was like, I was like, is this okay? Am I legally allowed to do this? He said, "I don't know. I'm just going to drive away now." But,
wow.
Yeah.
That's a positive police story.
Yeah, that is a positive police
story.
Get
off the coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's a lot of fun. I can see how you guys had a lot of fun. Now, I got to ask you, because the promo shots and your guitar solo in the music video, you're wearing a wedding dress. What's up with the wedding dress?
The wedding dress was I got that at Goodwill because I was like last minute shopping for a Halloween costume a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And then I just have kept it and worn it every now and again for fun. And it kind of ended up inspiring like the phrase like satin glow, and then kind of like I thought was just a good image to have representing the feelings that were a part of the song,
right?
And also just I think I look pretty in it, so.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So what is Satin Glow about, though? Like, what is the? I mean, it's got a catchy hook to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got a lot of fun based around the song, which makes that encapsulate the video that much more. Like, you know, the song and the video, they go hand in hand. It almost reminds me of like early Cake music, like, you know,
okay.
Cake in the 90s.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, something happened just now with there we go. Sorry. Skype is giving me a bunch of options now. I'm sorry, what was the question?
Oh, what was the inspiration behind the song Satin Glow?
Satin Glow, I think it's about like a few different things. It's about like it's about a feeling of there's definitely like yeah, I've used this word before. I've used the word, you know, the phrase refurbished passion before. It like kind of comes from a feeling of like there's definitely like a summertime glow about it, and it's like, dang, I feel really good right now, but I don't know if I deserve to feel this good right now. You know what I mean? Like, and
yeah.
And like there's some of the lines in there about friends that have passed away, and then there's like a bit of survivor's guilt in it, because you're like, I feel really good, and I'm not sure like why I'm around at this moment, like how I deserve to be around at this moment to feel so good when others are not around to feel this good right now. And so there's like a bit of survivor's guilt. There's some gratitude there, and there's like and also just like about, like, you know, feeling good, and it's okay to feel good.
I like that. It's multi-level. It's not just a high and a low. It's kind of the whole spectrum there. Yeah. And that's a lot coming from a song that's, if you will, almost kind of poppy in a way.
Sure.
Like, but it's got that hook to it. You know, it's got that good, feel good groove to it, and it just plays out nicely. And I look forward to hearing more from you guys. I understand this spring you have the album coming out.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's we got most of it finished. I'm hoping we can get into the studio at more often. I do a lot of stuff at home, but a lot of stuff I don't have I can't do. I'm not skilled enough to get the type of sounds I want at home. And um and hopefully the vaccine gets out quickly so I can get into more places and people feel safe enough to do that. Um, but a lot of it's done, but we hope to be able to get it out, um, late spring, early summer.
Right. And that's really what slowed a lot of musicians down, is because of this lockdown, because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's having to do things at home. Like
Yeah.
you say, you don't have a master studio at home
Right.
that you can do that from.
Right.
Whereas a lot of other musicians have that capability.
Yeah.
So that leaves you stuck in a rock and a hard place.
It's like it's a different thing. There's definitely other things to work on. Like I've definitely worked on my skills with Ableton and just like concentrated on writing new songs. So there's definitely been plenty of things to do. But I'm not quite all the way there yet where I can like produce something that is fully realized that I'm happy with.
Now, have you as a band thinking of doing some live streams, like a Zoom thing or like a Facebook Live, or is that something you might plan for the future? Because
I mean, that's not something that I've not really like wanted to do that. Like our guitar player Philip has an autoimmune disease, so it's like really been rough. So he can't really like get around us right now because of COVID. So like because if he gets it, it'll be really bad for him.
For sure, yeah.
And so we've just kind of like been like, let's just wait. I'll keep writing. I'll send you stuff back and forth and that kind of thing. But that's why he came out for the music video. And that's why you see him in the music video. He's wearing that military grade gas mask.
Yeah.
That's Phil, and then that was kind of earlier on before it got as bad as it is now here in Tennessee. And so like now, especially now, he's just like locked down at home. Like, and so I haven't seen him in months. But
yeah, it's been rough on everybody.
Yeah, for sure. It's
who were your inspirations growing up? I understand you were in that military school for a while, and I don't know how long that lasted, but who'd you grow up listening to? Like, what inspired the Crumbsnatchers, other than the name? What inspired the background of getting the sound that you wanted to get? What brought you to
that? When I grew up in a pretty religious family, and early on, like my mom and all her sisters, my Mimi, would sing gospel music together. And for a long time, like gospel music was the only thing I heard. Like that was like what I was allowed to listen to. And then as I got a little bit older, started sneaking music, and friends would sneak me, they would burn CDs for me, and I would have them put like contemporary Christian songs inside of like throughout, so that like if I'm listening to my CD Walkman, like my mom would be like, "What are you listening to?" And I could flip over to the Christian song and be like, "It's this." And but a lot of what it was early on was like a lot of 90s music, like the Pixies and Nirvana, and stuff like that was what I was listening to really early on. And then a little bit later, I really liked Radiohead, Tame Impala, and things like that. That's what it was kind of early on.
Right. And where did you learn to play if you were limited to if you were limited to your musical aspirations of where you wanted to be, where you are now, how did you learn to play guitar? Is that something that your family got behind, or is that something that was kind of shunned upon? Or
no, they were definitely cool with that. Like, I was also homeschooled a lot of times. My dad had an acoustic guitar at home, so I learned to play on that.
Oh, okay.
And when you are homeschooled, you have a lot of time just sitting at home.
I was homeschooled for a short span when we moved once. Mom couldn't get us to school, so she just homeschooled us.
How did you like that?
It was different. It was interesting because all of a sudden Mom's your teacher, right? It's like it's a little different.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then the ground rules are different, right? Because it's your mom, right? And you want to respect your mom. So
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, are there any other instruments you know how to play, or is it just guitar? Or?
I play piano and keyboards. I've been getting into synthesizers the last couple of years, and I played bass, like just the classic ones, you know, guitar, bass, piano. Not really much else.
Well, you're pretty kind of well-rounded. You know, not a lot of people can play that many instruments.
Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Sam? Anything else you?
Thank you for taking the time to interview me and ask me and talk to me about my song.
Not a problem. Maybe when the album comes out, we can do it again. We'll have a bit more to talk about.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have another single come out before that happens. I'm shooting for early mid-February on another single. I'm shooting another music video this week.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we'll get together when that comes out.
Sure. Maybe probably not as full-fledged as this last one. You're not going to be able to get all the band together.
Right. I think it's going to be a smaller cast this time.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably just be me.
Can we expect more wedding dress?
I don't think so. Not in this one.
Yeah.
I think it would go the opposite direction. Whatever that might be.
Just limit your wedding dress, eh?
Yes. Not too much wedding dress.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for your time, Sam. I appreciated it, and it was nice talking to you. And we'll maybe be talking to each other in the near future.
That sounds good. Thank you so much.
Take care. All the best to you and your family and the band.
Yes, sir. You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.